Hello. If you're watching this, you've likely just been served with a protection from abuse order, also known as a PFA. I know this can be a really confusing and stressful experience. So the whole point of this explainer is to give you a clear, straightforward guide to what this order means, what the rules are, and what you need to do next. Let's jump right in.
We're going to break this down into 5 key questions. First, what is a PFA, really? Then, what are the rules you have to follow? After that, we'll cover what actually counts as a violation. This one is super important. Then we'll talk about the penalties. And finally, we'll lay out your next steps.
So first things first, what exactly is a protection from abuse order? Well, it's kind of a unique legal document because it sits right in between 2 different parts of the court system. Now, this is probably the most important thing to get your head around. The PFA itself is issued by a civil court. That means just having the order against you is not a criminal conviction. However, and this is the part you really have to pay attention to, if you violate the rules of that civil order, you commit a brand new criminal offense. That can lead to you being arrested, getting jail time, and ending up with a criminal record.
So a court issues a PFA to prevent what Alabama law calls abuse. And that's not just some vague idea. The law is very specific. It's talking about things like assault, stalking, harassment, or making threats. The order is basically a legal wall put up to stop any of those things from happening.
All right, that brings us to what you probably care about most right now. What are the exact rules that you're being ordered to follow?
Okay, the rules of a PFA are incredibly strict, and there's no wiggle room. The biggest one is zero contact. And when I say zero, I mean zero. No seeing them in person, no phone calls, no texts, no social media messages. And this is a big one. No asking a friend to pass along a message for you. That counts too. You also have to physically stay away from specific places, like their home or their job.
And that stay-away order? It's not a suggestion. The court will often order you to stay at least 300 feet away from the person's home, their work, or anywhere else listed. To put that in perspective, that's the length of a football field. It is a legally required distance you have to maintain. We've talked about the rules, but now we need to laser focus on what is, without a doubt, the most critical part of this entire explainer, what actually legally counts as a violation. Getting this right is the key to staying out of a whole lot more trouble. This is where the law is completely black and white. Any intentional contact is a violation. It doesn't matter what your reason was. It doesn't matter if you were just trying to be friendly or trying to apologize. The court order says no contact, and that means no contact, period.
Now we get to the single biggest question we hear. And honestly, it's the trap that gets most people into serious trouble. It's a natural question, right? What happens if the person who got the order against you is the one who reaches out to you first?
The answer could not be more clear. It does not matter who starts it. The legal duty to follow that court order is 100% on you. So if they text you, if they call you, if they walk up to you, and you respond in any way, you are the one who has violated the order, and you are the one who can be arrested. The only right move is to not respond and walk away.
So, that leads us right to the consequences. If a violation happens, what's next? And let me be clear, these are not minor slaps on the wrist. The penalties are serious, and they ramp up very quickly. Remember, when you violate the civil PFA order, you trigger a whole new criminal charge. It says so right in the Alabama Criminal Code. At that point, you're not in a civil case anymore. You are officially facing a criminal prosecution.
And these penalties get worse each time. A first violation is a Class A misdemeanor. But look what happens if there's a second offense. You are looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. And that minimum means the judge can't suspend it or let you off. A third violation, that's a Class C felony, and that can have very serious, lifelong consequences.
Okay, so you get it. This is serious. You understand the rules and the stakes. So what do you do right now? Let's map out a smart, strategic plan to get you through this.
Here is your game plan, starting immediately. Number 1, stay calm. Making decisions based on emotion right now is a terrible idea. 2, read every single word of that order. Follow it perfectly. That means zero contact and respecting every stay-away rule. But the most important step? If you have any doubt, any question at all about what you should or shouldn't do, you stop what you're doing and you call our office before you do anything else.
Right now, our first and most important job is to be your partner in this. Our immediate goal is to make sure you follow this order perfectly so you don't end up facing new criminal charges.
While we're helping you stay safe from that risk, we'll be working in the background on a long-term strategy to actually resolve the PFA case itself.
So, if you only take one single thing away from this explainer, please let it be this. Violating a PFA is a trap, and it's shockingly easy to fall into, especially if the other person contacts you first. The consequences are real and they are severe. Your only defense is to follow the order completely. Please always talk to us before you act.